I want to welcome you. There's wine, water, and then you can go around and get some food because nobody in Obama land goes hungry or thirsty. Okay.
The basic philosophy behind the House Meeting program is that, and what we're trying to do here in South Carolina, is to develop leadership amongst our volunteers. They will be getting the message out and telling people about Barack because they're way more effective than TV commercial or some slick piece of direct mail. That's how I think you win the campaign here, but more importantly, that's how you do it in a way that reflects the best in people.
If you wouldn't mind telling us why you support Senator Obama and why you ultimately decided to throw this House meeting for us.
I see so many children who do not have insurance. I think that's real important.
Even in South Carolina, we have hungry children going to bed at night hungry. That makes you cry to think about that. That hurts, you know.
People want to talk about two things. They want to talk about what they're frustrated with, and they want to talk about what their hope is and how those things can be changed. You know, people will talk a lot about the Iraq War, they'll talk a lot about education, a lot about these different issues, but ultimately what they're talking about is the fact that they don't feel like people have come and listened to what they have to say.
I want to spend the majority of the time hearing your concerns and getting your feedback about what we're doing here.
People's stories are what matter. People are moved to act based on what it is that shaped who they are.
I don't come for that much money. My mom's a teacher and my dad is a carpenter. So if we get an administration that only caters to the wealthy, then that means my family gets ignored and I get ignored. And that's what you articulated a few minutes ago in talking about being able to empathize with the plight of struggling people in America.
Ryan was a big basketball star, and he thought this is what he was going to do. He was going to be a basketball player. He goes to college, and basketball just isn't working out for him. It's not his life calling. And so he drops out of school, is at a place where he doesn't know what he's going to do. And so he hears Barack speak in 2004, and he's inspired. And he says, there's lots of other things I could do with my life. He moves to Maryland. He enrolls in school, and he becomes an intern in Obama's Senate office. I talked to Ryan on the phone, and within 5 minutes, I said, this guy is going to be an amazing organizer because he understands people, and he is passionate about Barack Obama becoming president.
Obama's offering something new. I tell people I'm not a campaign guy. I'm really not. I'm a Barack guy, so I will do a campaign for Barack, which I believe other young people will internalize that same notion.
And they see young organizers who are from South Carolina, who are involved in a program that really is empowering to them. That gives them hope, and they see that mirrored in the candidate's message.
I would like to see more meetings like this to rally young people so that they can hear, someone like you as to how you were inspired so that they too can be inspired. Right. See, this is really what's inspiring me about him is you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think our organizers are in many ways bringing people together. It's not often anymore that people sit around a living room and talk about anything, and I think there's a hunger for that. Sometimes you can't get people out of the room. They just want to keep talking.
I've never experienced this, not from a candidate.
This candidate can unite everybody, and when everybody, is united and sees that, your story in some ways relates completely to mine, and I didn't realize that you grew up in that way. You can create a bond in a community that's strong, and I think provides people with, a whole lot of power in a good way and a whole lot of hope.